All right, everyone, short video tonight because, as you guys know, I've had a house full of guests and my house is finally just empty again. All right, so I'll be there tomorrow, and then also Thursday, I believe the market closes at 1. The market's closed on Friday, so I don't expect much, and you can see today, pretty low volume and a pretty narrow range, but the video is going to be short because I have no highlights to give because I wasn't really around. But hopefully tomorrow we'll catch some good trades. All right, so let me just go into, let me throw this up real quick. Pause the video and read that if you're new. Here's what I'm going to be watching tomorrow to hopefully catch some day trades in. MBIO looks like it had a big rip and a solid close. SUON had a breakout attempt yesterday, and then today kind of closed, I don't know, probably in the upper end of yesterday's range, but I do want to watch it. PLUG, kind of the same thing, breakout attempt and then a quiet inside day. CRML. I liked this more coming into today than I do now with today's candle, but you can't let one red candle on much lower volume really negate the setup. You had a pop, and then you had a secondary pop, and it's kind of flagging now. And you can't see it on this, but the 200-day, let me get the exact number. All right, there you go. I just switched to my chart with the 200-day on it. And you guys know when you've got a strong chart, a pop and then the secondary pop and the flag, and you've got the 200-day looming up there, a lot of times that can act as a magnet. So I still think this is interesting. Today it topped at 365, yesterday's high 364, and then the most recent high to the left, 385. So we get up over the 365 area with any kind of volume. I'm hoping we take down this 385 and then head to the 200-day. So to me, the setup is still valid. BBAI, there's really no setup here. It's just a really strong stock. It broke out on this day and then gapped up red day and then climbed again. And today just put in kind of a quiet day. And it looks like inside of yesterday's range. There's no clean setup though, and it's extended. But because it's a recent move, I went ahead and threw it on watch. AEHR, I'll put the horizontal line from back here. And then you had a little bit of a lower high right here, and you sort of have this cup and handle, or you could maybe say an inverse head and shoulders forming and decent volume today. So that is a chart that could have follow through tomorrow. KSS also got a pop. It's definitely interesting, up over 10, but it closed nowhere near there. But anyway, we had pretty good relative strength today. CTOR also really extended, but the strength in this thing is really impressive. So I'm going to have it on a chart. NKTR, another red day. I'm just going to put it right back on bounce watch. Had 2 really strong days. Now we got 4 days in a row in a narrow range today, right? This is, to me, is still good, still a good setup for a potential turn and really strong bounce. TMC also was a recent high flyer and is down here 4 days in a row down near the 20-day. I think that's a good setup. That's a rare earth play, good setup for a turn back up tomorrow. We'll see if we get a setup. OKLO, not a very clean stair step, but it just keeps bleeding lower. But those baby nukes, as we call them, I can never say it. Small modular reactor plays could get a headline and a turn back up one of these days. And this was pretty recently up at 73 bucks. Right now it's down at 51 something. So I do want to watch that. You can watch that whole space if you want. And then QS, also not very clean as far as stair steps down, but a crazy, well, a gap up and then a sell off and then a crazy rip. And now you got a few days lower, so I'm going to treat that as a bounce play as well. And that's all I've got. We'll add some gappers in the pre-market, and I will see anyone who wants to show up in the pre-market and build a gap play list with me. I'll see you probably 6:30-ish. All right, have a good night.